Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cafetalk. Now we know we've been gone for a little while, maybe 2 weeks or so. We've been on a little hiatus. We've been really busy trying to deal with some stuff. But, hopefully you guys get to hear this and, are able to forgive us. Find it in your heart and be the good people we know you are. But if you don't want to, that's fine. You can just tell us to go fuck ourselves. That's cool, too. As you can hear, Jolin's right here with me. How you doing, Jolin?
I'm doing all right.
So what are we gonna talk about today, man? I see you looking sexy with that haircut.
I'm not.
Jolin got a new haircut, guys, and he's looking fine. Mm-hmm.
No, I cut Barry's hair yesterday.
Oh, you did?
And she just gave me a ton of allergies. Like my eyes are super puffy and itchy, and there's like starting to calm down.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I can see on the corner. Ooh.
Victor.
I can see on the corner of your eyes, you have like a little puffiness right there. I can tell. It's just, but it is really going away. Like you can't tell any other than that.
Right, cool.
Did you cut off like all the little what is it?
I basically
knots that she had. Yeah, that's good.
I cut off the majority of her hair.
Yeah, Barry has a lot of knots. Like you could just pet her and it's like road bumps on the way down, just like.
Yep.
But yeah, that's good. Good to hear. I mean, especially since summer's coming along, she's gonna be hearing a lot of
all
fresh and running around.
Yep.
Even though your house is pretty cool.
Thank
So
you.
you gave Barry a haircut, and you were like, you know what? I need one too, and you just started shaving yourself.
I gave myself a haircut before I gave Barry a haircut.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other than that, we've been gone for a little while. I was doing finals. Went up to Berkeley to help my sister move.
Yeah, like I said, we've been really busy.
And Victor got married.
I've had 2 kids now. Nobody knows this. No, I'm just playing. We've been doing our own things. I've been helping out at the shop. It's been crazy this week.
I bet.
So by the time we're recording this, probably by the time we upload it, it's already going to be gone. But Father's Day is coming up.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jolene. And honestly, I am just clueless as to what I'm going to give my dad. I have no idea. Like for the past 3 years in a row, both for everything, Father's Day, for Christmas, for New Year's, and even for his anniversary, I've been giving him and my mom bomb ass presents because I've actually had money to to give it to them. And now that I've given them all these presents, I actually don't know what to get them because I've actually given them everything they wanted. So I'm stumped. I'm just how can I top myself now?
You didn't give them grandchildren. You didn't give them a new car.
How do you know they want that, huh? They also want a new house, but I can't give them that,
Dad's been struggling a lot with the cars lately.
Yeah, yes. We both have. Yeah, I could use a new car, Jolene, it's just not just him. We all could want
Everyone
new cars.
can use a new car.
That's not really what they want, that's what the family wants. So that's why, I prioritize their wants first. That's why.
See, I wasn't taught that lesson because my dad had to learn that the hard way.
About what?
About giving somebody something versus giving the family something. Because when they were still I think when they just got married or when they had my sister, my dad went to the swap meet and saw this really nice all wood sofa set. It was super antique. Nice. And he thought my mom would like it. Yeah. So my dad bought it for Mother's Day or something. And he paid extra to get it delivered and set up and stuff. And then when she got to the house and she saw it, she was like, "Oh, the sofas are nice, but where's my present?" And he's like, "What? Those are your presents." He's like, and she was just like, "That's not my present. That's for everybody."
Oh,
and he just got so mad, and he was like, "Never buying her a present." It's from then on, he just gives her money. Here's $50.
I'm telling you, it's because there's the difference between the family present and their present.
I don't know, man.
And especially since it's events like Christmas and their anniversary and his birthday and Father's Day, that's specifically oriented presents to him alone. You know what I mean? Even Mother's Day, I'm gonna give my mom something. I'm not gonna give the family something,
I guess.
Because you gotta give her something to show her that we appreciate the fact that she raised the family. You know what I mean? So it's for her, not for everybody.
I don't know. All right.
Although you should probably love your parents every single day. You shouldn't just worry about one day alone. But hey, I'm poor, so I gotta prioritize these days as much as I can. It gives me that time lapse to save up while the days come. So, are you going to do anything special for Father's Day, John?
We're going to barbecue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sound very doubtful.
Well, because it's a different type of barbecuing. So my dad wants to kind of make like a mixture between like skewers and shawarma.
Oh, nice.
Where he wants to like just pack the ground meat onto like a stick and kind of kebab it.
Oh, okay.
But it's like a different type of recipe. It's not actual kebabs.
Oh, I see. It's your own type of recipe. It's a family recipe.
He wants to do something like that. Yeah. So I'm still trying to work out all the details.
Pretty much he just wants to cook like the whole meat together at a time, so it's just easy to hack off.
Yeah, something like that.
Not bad.
And I think my sister's coming down to surprise him.
Dope.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we got planned for Father's Day. What about you?
Yeah.
I mean, you just said you have this like Herculean task of buying your dad a gift.
It's really tough, man. I can't think of anything. Like every single thing I come across crosses my mind. I already bought it for him. You know what I mean? Whether it's mechanic tools for the cars, whether it's like his favorite alcohol, whether it's like ties and clothes, whether it's like new shoes, a watch, everything. Like he already has something. Like because along the years, I've not only thought up of these things for myself to buy for him, but I've also spread the ideas to my sister and my mom. So whatever I didn't get for him, they got the other stuff. So pretty much everything that comes across my mind, he has it already. So I'm stumped.
You could get him an air compressor so he could paint his car.
True, he could.
And the little spray gun.
The all the big ones.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that would help out, but we don't have a space for that. The landlord where we live already complains about like oil stains when we do mechanics inside. We're gonna have to like spray paint outside for no reason.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But either way, for Father's Day, I don't plan to do much. Like we usually just also do like a carne asada. We just go in the back, make a barbecue, just invite the family and just spend time together as a family, eat together. But yeah, crazy story, which just reminded me right now because I said barbecuing in the back.
Yeah.
My neighbors at the time of this recording got arrested like 2 days ago.
What?
Yeah, we just literally, I'm not even lying. We used to have a neighbor that sold drugs right next to our house, and only like 4 cops came in to like arrest them, and it was like a family of like drug dealers. It was like a dad, a mom, like the son was already like 22, and the daughter was like 19 or something like that, and they all got arrested and taken away with like 4 cops and then like 3 other ones in the cop cars. But this instance, like 2 days ago, was 7 cops dressed in SWAT uniform coming to pick up the neighbor that recently moved in like a week ago.
What?
Yeah, we have no idea for what. We have no idea what happened or what he did or who called the cops on him. But apparently, like, all they told us was he's violating his parole, so we have to like take him in. And,
probably, yeah.
And all we heard was just like a huge ruckus, like I guess he was fighting it or something. But man, crazy story. Like that was just out of nowhere. I literally came out of the shower and I was gonna go to the garage to get like a drink, and I just see a SWAT team just roll up. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's crazy, man. Right? Just it happens out of nowhere. But what were we gonna talk about today, Jolene? You actually had like a good plan today. I'm sorry for sidewinding it so much.
I don't know if you've seen anything or heard anything about this game.
Have you seen this or heard about this?
Yeah. There's a game that recently came out for PlayStation called Detroit Become Human.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Aside from just being like a phenomenal game, it raises a lot of questions about the future, AI, androids, and
yeah, that's true.
We could. I thought I'd bounce some of those questions off of you, see what kind of response you give.
Go ahead. I mean, actually, what I have seen, I don't know as much as you, but I have seen like the trailers. I've seen like the beginning of it. IGN's first 10 minutes. So
yeah,
definitely I could answer as much as I can. I'll try my best.
I yawned.
Oh, is this boring to you, sir? Am I boring?
No, I had a long
night. Does my voice soothe you to the point where you want to fall asleep?
No, I had a long. Aside from
everyone, comment down below if you think yes.
All right, cool. Aside from Detroit Become Humans, I also bought another game called Moonlighter.
Oh,
and it's this pixel dungeon crawler game where they like throw a huge twist at you. Where aside from you doing the dungeon crawling and picking up items and collecting loot or whatever, you're also in charge of a shop.
Yeah.
And the stuff that you pick up from the dungeon, you sell in your own shop. And the game is it's amazing.
Yeah, because I've seen the trailers and those are
like honestly,
great. It looks so much
fun.
The
shopkeeping aspect of the game is a little bit better than the dungeon crawling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird because normally they always focus on the dungeon crawler, like the monsters and
the dungeon crawling is like comparable to the legend, like the original Legend of Zelda when you first enter the dungeons.
Oh, okay.
It's comparable to that where it's like very straightforward. There's no curveballs, and if there is, like, you know how you can blow up walls in the Legend of Zelda?
Oh, like secret entrances and stuff like that? Yeah,
they have like some of those things, but for the most part, it's very straightforward, and it feels very fair when you die.
Oh, like it was your fault for doing a mistake rather than the game being too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Because the thing is, like,
I like that.
You have an item that you get like early on in the beginning. It's like a little pendant, and you like spend money to use the pendant, and the pendant just transports you outside of the dungeon.
Oh, I was gonna ask you that. That was my next question.
Yeah, at any point in time when you fill up your loot, you can leave.
Oh, okay.
You can leave whenever you want, but if you're greedy and you try to get more loot or try to get better loot and you end up dying from it, it's fair because it's your fault.
Yeah. And do you lose all the loot or can you go back in?
You lose all the stuff in your backpack, but there's like 4 or 5 items that you can keep on your person.
Oh, okay.
And those you save.
Not bad.
So
not bad. That's cool because I was wondering.
It's a very cool game.
Like when you told me about it and I searched it up, the first question that came to mind was, do you have to walk all the way backwards, the way you came in order to sell all your loot or in order to go back to your shop? Or is there like a teleportation system where it takes you back to your shop? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you answered it. So that's pretty cool. The game looks really fun.
Definitely.
I'm really
Moonlighter, it's out. It's out on Xbox One, Windows, Steam, and PS4. So if you want to check it out, it's $20. It's an indie game. It's beautiful. I highly recommend it.
What type of graphics does it have? Actually,
it has like high bit pixel graphics. Like it's not like hyperpixelation like Owlboy or something, but it's pretty good.
Is it like that? What game was it that was like Dark Souls? And it has like pixelated art.
Hyper Light Drifter.
Hyper Light Drifter.
It's a little bit better than that.
Oh, okay. A little more detailed.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
All right. So going back to the questions that I had.
The Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, that Become Humans brings. Obviously, the main question is like, in the game, AI has gotten to the point where it's like able to deviate from its programming and actually like put these androids on the path towards becoming humans.
Okay.
Or human-like. And do you see that in our future? Is that a possibility for you? And if you do you think, how do you think other people would respond, or how would you respond to hearing that an AI is like feeling emotions like fear and love and self-defense?
Okay, so first question actually for you. So in order to make a proper answer from it, in Detroit Become Human, do the androids have like the 3 laws of robotics? Of AI,
where it's like you can't harm somebody.
Yeah, where it's like you have to accept orders from humans. You can't harm humans, but you could what is it? You could ignore a human's order if it means you could save a human's life, but without hurting a human.
Yeah, they start off that way, but then something in their code happens, and that's the whole premise of the game. Like something in their code happens in the androids, and they become deviant, or they become like a different species from the original android because they feel emotions.
Okay, and they're able to process like much higher into the other realms. Okay, not bad. Well, coming to that idea, yes, I really do believe we are capable of creating such advanced androids like that. And even AI. AI alone has been a popular topic in the past like few months, maybe like the recent year. With Facebook and Tesla. Or not Tesla, but Elon Musk. They've been like working on creating a proper AI, and all the creations that they've made so far have been pretty bad. You know what I mean? They get too smart too quick, and they go with the typical apocalyptic ending where the AI sees humans as a virus and must be exterminated. That type of stuff. So in my gut, I'm split 50-50 on that. I do believe we are capable of creating androids that are extremely human-like with incredible AI and will benefit us like we've never seen or imagined before. But at the same time, I also feel like when we do create that, those AIs or those androids will deviate from the programming and just like start getting emotions and end up just fighting against us. You know what I mean? It's going to be like a whole different type of race war where people, rather than focusing on whether you're black, Asian, or Hispanic or white, everyone's going to be fighting on the fact that whether you're an android or a human. You know what I mean? Religious beliefs won't be as big anymore because it'll just be more like whether you're organic or you're synthetic. And that's going to create either a war that's just going to kill thousands or millions, or in general, the machines will just uprise and kill all of us because they're superior. We made them superior to us. So yeah, that's a big fear I might have, but there's ways to get around it.
That's a fear that a lot of people share.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like technology nowadays, how it's just growing exponentially. Like we can't imagine how amazing it's gonna be in like 30 years. You know what I mean? So I see potential in that.
Sorry.
You have another question, John?
Another issue that the game deals with is that because people in the game, people in the future are so reliant on androids to do daily tasks like clean their homes and order things online and fix things around the house.
Yeah, pretty much like maid service sort of stuff.
Yeah, because they could become so reliant on that they've lost almost all their social skills to the point where like people prefer to be with androids as romantic partners and even sexual partners. Mm-hmm. And because of that, in the game, there's this fear. There's this like theory, or not theory, a hypothesis that like the human species birth rate decreased by like a third from, I guess, our time to when the game takes place in like 2038.
Yeah, because everyone's going for androids instead.
Yeah. So how do you feel about having like a robotic partner, both as just like a friend and then in a relationship and then as a sexual partner?
Okay. Well, okay.
Oh, and then to add on to that, in the game, they make a clear distinction that like it's almost impossible to tell when it comes to like those kind of things, whether they're android or synthetic.
Oh, I kind of thought it was just obvious. Like they had like a light on the side of their head, so you could easily tell.
Okay, in the game they do. But like in those aspects.
Oh, like let's say if they were wearing a hat or a hoodie, and you wouldn't be able to tell if it's a human or an android. Well, first I want to ask you a question before I forget it, because I know that once I go into depth on this one, on your question, I'm probably gonna lose my train of thought. My question is just on the game mechanics, how it plays. By the sound of it, it sounds like it would be like a fetch quest game. Like you'll be the servant, you'll be the android, so you're constantly just going here, doing that, going here, doing that, and just waiting until the exposition takes you to like that climax where it's like, oh no, someone's attacking you, or oh no, you have to do this decision that's like immorally wrong for an android to do, but because you're a human playing the android, you feel like it's okay, that moral dilemma. So does that game play as like a fetch quest type of stuff, where you're just constantly going back doing what the masters tell you, or is it actually more fun and intricate than that?
In the beginning, yeah, it kind of plays like a fetch quest.
Mm-hmm.
But you follow the storylines of 3 different androids.
Oh, okay.
And one of them is an android that hunts androids who became infected or whatever.
I've seen the android where it's like a maid, so I thought you were gonna go with that one first, but I did not know about the hunter.
There's one android who like hunts what they call deviants, or people who are androids who stray from their programming.
Yeah.
The other one is the maid, the woman android
that's taking care of the daughter and the dad, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the third one is this guy android named Marcus, who assists like an elderly artist because he can't walk or do much on his own. So in that aspect, the game kind of shows like the degrees of what an android could be in the future, whether they're just like a house servant, an actual home care,
or even
servant,
or even like special task force.
Yeah, or even that.
Nice. That's really cool.
So in the beginning, you kind of do the whole fetch quest stuff, especially with the maid, because that's her main objective. Mm-hmm. But it quickly like branches off from that.
Oh, nice. That's good to hear. I was actually really worried that all 3, because I knew you played 3. I didn't know that the third one was a hunter.
Yeah.
So I was just really worried that all 3 was just gonna be like do this, do that type of game, and I was just like, it's gonna get boring fast. So I was wondering how it would become more interesting.
But you become human.
You become exactly. So going back to your question of whether I would be okay with an android as my friend or as my lover, I would say yes. Like overall to that question, the overall answer would be yes. Going into details, it's more like gray area sort of stuff. I would be perfectly fine with an android being my friend. You know what I mean? Like, I have no issues with that. If anything, it's an AI, so it's a program designed to not only develop by itself, but also
to be your friend.
Pretty much, you know, just
like
become its own like sentient being. So yeah, if anything, you could learn something from them, and they could learn something from you, just like you're talking to a normal human being.
Yeah.
So there's benefits and of course downsides to it all. When it comes to the lover aspect of it, it's I don't know. That's where the gray area comes in, because I wouldn't personally be okay with people doing that. I could see the benefits of it all. You know what I mean? Kind of like you know, this is very inappropriate right now, especially since we normally don't talk about this in our channel. But you know, sexual toys. You know what I mean? People use them, and they use them to if anything practice or just satisfy the needs that they have. Their what is it, primal instincts, to speak, so to speak. And I
like
see
that you said primal instincts instead of like sexual urges.
Well, I just went all the way back.
I don't know. It's funny. Anyways,
but
continue.
You get what I'm trying to say. In that aspect, if you're using them as a tool, as like something to help you and become better for the actual partner you're searching for, then yeah, I have no problem with that. You know, if anything, it will make you a better person in the long run. But if you're using the android as a substitute for actual human interaction, that's when the gray area comes in, and I'm actually not okay with that. It's, you know, even though they're designed to be pretty much mimic a human to the exact point, it's still not an excuse to substitute androids for humans. You know, because if not, you know, we're our main goal in life, you know, debatably, is to repopulate and extend, you know, our life and just see what the universe has to offer for us. And if we close off ourselves with androids, you know, we're not going to be able to evolve and you know, move on with our lives and move on with our main goal as a species. You know, we're terminating ourselves with our own creations.
All right.
So, what about you, John?
Short answer, yes. Like, I'd be fine with an android as a friend and a lover. We just leave it at that. I don't want to.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, for sure, man.
I don't want to take up too much time.
Oh, I apologize.
I'm just saying. This is all about you.
This episode's about me now?
Yeah.
Should I be in the main cover?
We got one more question, and then I'll give like my usual Netflix review.
Oh yeah, what show we got today?
Anything else is fair game.
For sure.
All right, so last question. Last question doesn't just apply to the future and like Detroit humans becomes human, but it definitely touches on the subject. So the question is, do you think we're just using technology in the anticipation of AIs and things like that to ignore the real problems in the world? Because something that the game mentions is that Los Angeles in 2038 is going to open up like its first all autonomous zoo, because the majority of the species on the planet have gone extinct.
Oh shit.
And then there's a whole article about like how bees are basically an extinct species because of like hive collapse and global warming. And there's just so many like environmental issues that go on, but that's pretty much it. They're just like articles that you read in the story. You never see anything go on. And then even now, like with all this with how much our society is advancing, the cost of our advancement is the natural world. Yeah. Like, we're depleting our resources, we're polluting, we're causing all these animals to like the brink of extinction. We're even like stressing our own environment to where it can't become
suitable for life.
Yeah, I was gonna say like habitual, but but it can't be suitable anymore.
Yeah, pretty much like the whole same premise of like, while we expand our cities and concrete jungles, we are actually diminishing the wildlife that it's inhabiting, you know, so it's hurting Mother Nature in general.
Yeah, and do you think, like, what do you think about that? And do you think that we can either like find a balance or like turn back time and actually save like these resources and animals and stuff? Yeah.
Well, I mean, Detroit Become Human brings up this question with androids, but I feel like this question has been asked multiple times in the present with not by androids, but with like computers and cell phones and technology in general, you know. this early on in our life, we're still already experiencing this question whether, if people are just running away desperately into other people's lives, like Facebook and Instagram, because they can't really cope with their own lives. They can't really like better themselves as humans because they don't really want to, or they don't care for the truth. So they run away in other people's lives and live vicariously through them, and which creates the same scenario in which we are so desperately trying to distract ourselves from the actual problems in the world, which doesn't help solve them. You know what I mean? We have so many people just with the whole thoughts and prayers recently meme that's been going around. There's a meme that says people only care about sending thoughts and prayers when a disaster happens, but they don't actually care to donate or help those people in need. But in reality, thoughts and prayers don't do anything. They don't do squat. They're just words. And it comes up to that same situation where it's like, are you actually going to change the world for the better, or are you going to be part of the people that fall into the order of just using technology to distract yourself? And in Detroit Become Human, you have that on the whole massive scale with androids, because like you said, they're using it for life partners. They're using it for everything, every little menial task that they don't want to do. So in fact, they have more time to distract themselves with Netflix, TV shows, movies, and all that stuff, while the android actually does their social obligations, and therefore creating a world where it's inhabitable not only to animals, plant life, but to us as well. So if anything, they're not gonna, like, the species as a human race, the way Detroit Become Human is sounding like it's going, we're not gonna die off because androids and robots uprise and kill us all. We're gonna die off because we kill ourselves, and then the only thing left would be the androids, and then it just turns into a world of nothing but robots.
Yeah, that's fair to say. If you liked Victor's answers, definitely comment down below. But
big time. If you think I'm wrong, just go ahead and say it. I would love to hear a counter argument. I always love learning, so like, go ahead, free your mind.
Yeah, and all these questions came from the game Detroit Become Humans. It's out on PS4. You can play it right now.
It looks beautiful.
I haven't played it, but I've been watching people play it, and I can say I would definitely recommend it, and it's a game that I want to play myself.
Big time. Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. That's all I got.
So Jolin, don't keep us waiting. What did you review this week, man? I'm excited to see what you got. What show are we seeing?
Alright, so this week is not a show, it's a movie.
Ooh.
But it's a Netflix original movie.
Okay, not bad. Which one?
It's called Kissing Booth.
Oh, yeah.
I told you about this.
Yeah, you told me about it. Okay, yeah. I saw because you told me about it, I saw the little preview that Netflix usually gives you of it, and I saw what you mean, what you were telling me before, so go ahead, like, I understand.
Yeah, so before I get into anything, like my scores for the movie, I guess, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. It's definitely one of those movies that, like, if you have time, it's worth watching.
Yeah.
But it's not like a you must see this.
Oh, okay. So it will definitely keep you entertained if you decide to watch it.
Yeah.
But it's not one of those, like, stop what you're doing, go check it out now. Why haven't you seen it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It gave off that vibe when I saw the trailer.
Yeah. So Kissing Booth is like this coming of age romance drama feel good. I know that's a lot of adjectives, but that's basically like the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
It follows the story of like these two friends who are basically like twins and best friends. They were born on the same day. They've been together since like they can remember, and they have like a set of rules that keep their friendship intact. And obviously, like, what good is a plot? What good is a movie without a good plot? Something happens.
Where the rules were meant to be broken.
There you go. One of the rules is broken, and things can never go back to being the same.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it doesn't sound that important, these rules, because when you first were telling me about these rules as well, I was like, what? So what? You know what I mean? In the world, like, so many people lie and everything, but even seeing the trailer alone, you could see how long they've been friends and how much their friendship actually means to one another. So these rules are actually like the ultimate taboo for them, and you could feel it. You know, you could actually see
definitely.
that. And I like that about that.
Definitely. So as the name implies, there's a kissing booth somewhere in the movie. Honestly, they make the kissing booth to be more important than it actually is.
Oh yeah.
But it plays an important role, but just the whole like kissing booth itself isn't that important.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole movie is just like you're following these two friends through their senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, their junior year of high school. Because the guy friend has a brother, and then the brother, the girlfriend is obviously attracted to the older brother because that's how movies work.
Yeah.
And that's how sometimes life works.
So it's pretty much that's one of the rules. You can't date siblings. You can't date best friends. And the female, was it protagonist?
Yeah.
Yeah, the female protagonist actually starts getting feelings for the male protagonist's brother, and that's where like the whole plot is at right there.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those movies that like kind of hits home.
Mm-hmm.
Because like all of us have been there at one point. I know we know a friend who's like in that exact spot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely like check it out if you have the time. I would recommend it. Just if you have like 2 hours to spare and you want to watch like a young feel good movie, Kissing Booth out on Netflix.
Okay, so without spoiling anything, my question is, does it end on a good note? Does it end like with a happy ending, or more of like it's still kind of happy, but I didn't expect it to go that way?
It ends on a happy note that you didn't really expect, but you're just like it wrapped up pretty nicely.
Yeah? Like you like it's better to end that way, and you're like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
the only problem that I have with it
is
just like the emphasis that they make about the kissing booth at the end of the movie, because it's one of those stories where like if this one thing didn't happen, then this story is basically pointless or like wouldn't have happened at all.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, can't you just tell a good story without having to bring back this like cliche trope of, if it wasn't for Greg throwing up on me in college, we wouldn't have been married,
I wouldn't have ran into the bathroom and found you in there.
Yeah, can't you just leave a story to be a good story?
Yeah, that's true. I get the feeling too, also by seeing the trailer, that they overplay the kissing booth much more than it actually needs to be, because even in the trailer alone, the kissing booth itself is not mentioned until like 3/4 of the way in.
Yeah.
And it's not even a big deal. You could already see where the plot is going. You could already see pretty much what the climax is going to be. Like, you get the feeling of it from previous movies. But it does seem like an interesting movie with a lot of twists and turns that, will keep you interested.
Yeah.
Not bad, Jordan.
Thank you.
I'm down to check it out.
Yeah, you should.
All right.
Anything else you want to talk about, Victor? Now it's fair game.
Now that it's fair game, I gotta say one important thing, and that is crayons.
Oh, that's very
crayons and Crayola and Jibba Jabba. Jibba Jabba Jooba Deeba Dabba Dooba Deeda Dee Dow.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Nah, actually, I don't know, man. Other than that, by the time this recording is coming out, by the time we're recording it right now, actually, that's what I meant to say. Sorry about that. My mind's going crazy right now.
It's because we're near the end.
We are. The Incredibles 2 is coming out. Well, actually, it came out already. Yeah, right. By the time we're recording this, it already came out. It's already out. Yeah. So it's a big movie right now. A lot of people are talking about it. Main fans from the original movie are the ones that are going crazy about it. It's a movie that people have been waiting for like 15 years, 12
something
years.
Like that.
Yeah, I want to say 15 years because a lot of people make that meme from the original movie where like the bad guy says it's been 15 years too late. So I'm guessing it's that. But yeah, it's a movie that a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. And my question to you, Jolin, is: are you excited to see it? What do you think about it? What's your mind on it? Have you seen any trailers of it? And what's your position on this movie?
So I've seen trailers on it, and it looks good, but just by the trailers alone, I feel like they neglect the whole point of The Incredibles. Because, like, I think we had this conversation before where the original Incredibles was a family affair.
Yeah.
like at the end, like everybody was contributing to the effort to
take down the machine.
Yeah, to take down the machine, and it's like the whole movie's about family. Yet in The Incredibles 2, according to the trailer, like the mom is the one who gets the shot at being like the redemption hero to bring back the hero society, and I get that. Like it's relatable. There's a lot of like working moms that are out there, so I can see why they did that. But in a way, I don't know. Like it's still a family movie because obviously like the dad has to take care of the kids. Yeah, has to learn how to like take care of the kids both physically and emotionally, especially since the oldest daughter is probably like in high school already.
That's one thing that they say. Yeah. They explain that she's going through like adolescence, so she's going through her hormones and just mood swings and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then the little baby has like multiple powers. He doesn't know how to control them.
Yeah, that's another.
So in that aspect, like I can see how it's still a family movie, but they took like the superhero family out of the superhero family movie.
Why? What do you mean?
Like because the only one who's actually doing superhero work is the mom.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree on that. But I mean, they can't be a superhero family. You know what I mean? Because it's still outlawed to be a superhero. So it's tough. Yeah, but I understand where they could have taken it somewhere else. You know, they could have taken it the other way around, where it's like rather than just taking Elastigirl or the mom and then keeping the dad by himself, you know, they could have just banded a team of superheroes. You know, they could have made like probably the family part of it. You know, maybe get another like babysitter or something. They could have gone something else rather than pretty much reskinning the first movie. Because that's pretty much what they did.
That's the only problem that I have with the trailers so far. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I was like an okay fan. I wasn't super devoted to the first movie, so I'm not like extremely excited to watch the second movie. Yeah. But yeah, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah. Okay. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure we talked about this in another podcast where I actually said similar stuff, where I was actually very disappointed in the direction they were taking with the movie so far. If we didn't, or if you guys didn't watch that one, you know, that's fine. Pretty much, I stand with Jolyn, where I didn't really like it, or I didn't enjoy the premise of what the movie was going to be. But now, I haven't changed my mind about it, but I am excited to go see it. I'm hoping that it can change my mind. I'm hoping to watch it, enjoy it on another scale that, you know, I don't see right now. So hopefully it blows me away in a way that I'm not expecting. And if it does, then I would truly say it is a fun movie and a movie that you guys have to check out. If it doesn't and it completely lets me down, then I'm just gonna, you know, I'll give my review on that when we watch it.
For sure. And with that, we'll see you all next time.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Stay beautiful.
I mean, we didn't say like.
Yeah, that was a really quick ending. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
all right, let's do that again.
Okay.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thanks for supporting us. I know we've been gone for 2 weeks, but we're back. Maybe, I don't know. I bought a lot of games, so let us know if you want to watch me or Victor or both of us stream on Twitch.
Yeah, big time.
Other than that,
what's our Twitch name? We got to give them a Twitch name, man.
It's twitch.tv/Jumblhoj.
Aw, yeah.
Keep it nice and simple.
Hey, yeah, go check us out. You know, don't forget to check out our other videos. If you don't want to miss future videos, hit that subscribe button and that alarm bell, so that way you don't miss when we actually upload our videos. In case we go on a hiatus again, sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We love y'all. Remember to stay beautiful.
All right, that's good.
Dope.